Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans. Welcome back into the J.M. Bartley Arena, where your Shaker Heights Red Raider hockey squad will be taking on the Preppers of University School, the big-time rivalry in Ohio high school hockey, and we're here to tell you all about it and try to relieve some of that stress going into the matchup. So, however, as we begin things, we're going to be telling you about how U.S. might have a little bit of an advantage. U.S. comes into today with an OHSAA state ranking of number 8 in the state. Shaker, much lesser ranked compared to where they were last year. They finished off last year in the number 12 spot. Right now, they're number 22. U.S. is also coming off of a big tournament win. Shaker had one tournament win, and it came when they played Rocky River, Menor, and Walsh Jesuit, all teams that were lower than the top 10 in the state. On the other hand, however, U.S. had to take on teams like Sylvania Northview in Sylvania to win that tournament. They ended up winning the championship game 5-3. But now they're looking forward into today, taking on Shaker, a team that is coming off a 2-1-1 weekend. They won 2 games, they lost 1, they tied 1. The one game that they tied came against Bethel Park, in which they were able to come back. They also came back against tough teams like Olentangy Liberty, teams that University School also tied earlier in the season. If that tells you anything, it'll tell you that U.S. is beatable. And also the record is going to tell you the same kind of story. Even though they did play different levels of talent, U.S. has 12 wins, 11 losses, 2 ties. Shaker has 11 wins, 12 losses, and 3 ties. Just one extra game for Shaker that you can maybe say gives them the extra tie, which doesn't give them too much of an advantage. But U.S. now competing in the GOHL, but keeping the rivalry alive against Shaker Heights. They aren't going to play 2 games this year anymore because they're no longer league opponents. Now, because U.S. plays in the Greater Ohio Hockey League, they're taking on teams like Sylvania Northview, like Upper Arlington, like St. Ignatius and St. Ed's, the toughest teams in the state, and that is why it is huge that they are back for this rivalry, not letting it die. But U.S., with a 7-game winning streak against Shaker Heights over the last couple of years, the last time Shaker won was when they had Tyler Lentzowitz on their squad. He scored 2 goals in that game, January 21st of 2022. But now we look forward to today. Can Shaker get the job done? Well, we're about to see as stadium announcements are coming your way. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call from Thornton Park here in Shaker Heights, Ohio. Let's send you down to the ice.
Fell all the way through.
Welcome, hockey fans, to the J. Michael Bartley Arena for tonight's contest between the University School Preppers and your Shaker Heights Red Raiders. As they come to school with the Ohio High School Athletics Association, Shaker Heights High School and the Department of Athletics welcome you to tonight's game. Your attendance and support of the student athletes on the ice of tonight's game is appreciated by both member schools competing tonight. Both teams are expected to exhibit the qualities of good sportsmanship throughout the contest, and the administration for both schools requests a seat from all fans in attendance. Any fans found taunting players will be subject to immediate ejection. Also, a reminder that shaking of the glass is strictly prohibited. The officials assigned to this game have met extensive requirements set by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and been approved by both schools to provide their important role in today's game. The officials for tonight's game are Mr. Ed Bilecki, Mr. Tom Lewandowski, and Mr. Craig Holbert. First, the starting lineup for the University School Preppers. In goal, number 1, Hayden House. And And now, the starting lineup for your Shaker High. In goal, number 32, Michael. On defense, number 23, Cole Richards. On defense, number 14, Captain Andy Vancouver. At center, number 26, Captain Ryan Linehan. At left wing, number 6, Connor Mayhew. And at right wing, number 5, Captain Joey Moore. The Red Raiders are coached by Matt Bartley. He is assisted by Mike Bartley, Carson Strand, Grant Purcell, Nathan Kristen, Britt Anderson, Alex O'Kickey, and athletic trainers Tom Collins and Jordan Williams. Now, please rise and move your hats and join us in singing our national anthem.
And after what seemed to be a little singing match between student sections, your Red Raider hockey squad is getting set for the big rivalry game against the University School Preppers. Now the Preppers, again, come in 12-11-3, Shaker 11-12-2. So not a huge difference in their record, but again, this University School squad has played some tough competition within a league with 4 of the top 5 in the state rankings. U.S. typically means business. The one team they can't seem to beat is the number 1 team in the state and the number 3 team in the state, Upper Arlington and St. Francis, 2 teams that they have lost to twice. That is a rare happening. They right now sit 0-6-0 versus top 5 teams, but 3-7-2 versus top 10 teams. Obviously, that 6 through 10 group getting a little more of a competition against University School. 15 minutes up on the clock, symbolizing the start of period number 1. Both players teams getting their final skates around in the neutral zone. Again, we're going to be getting Joey Moore and Connor Mayhew as your starting wingers. At the center will be Ryan Linehan. And on defense, the captain, Andy Benincasa, and the sophomore, Cole Richard. Now, a player to watch today actually is going to be a guy on defense. It's going to be Cam Mayhew. He faced injury last little bit of an audio issue right there. The last time Cam Mayhew took on U.S., he faced injury, so we're looking for him to come out playing aggressive. Here's Connor Mayhew trying to take it in, but he'll drop it back to his defense. Benincasa sends it in. It looks like they're ruling it in offsides. Only 14 seconds into this one, we're going to get our first whistle. Last time these two squads played here, it was 8-2. Your final, or excuse me, no, it was 5-0 to the advantage of the Preppers. Shaker looking for a bit more luck, especially in front of a packed house here today. Good work by Connor Mayhew on the back check, getting it up to Ryan Lennon, taking up the far side wing, taking a rip at it. It'll go wide to the left side. Benincasa is going to try to take it, keep it in at the point, but he can't keep it with Connor Mayhew along the blue line, who's hopping off now for a change. U.S. dumps this one in. It'll go around the corner boards for Aiden Salmon to try and pick up, and he's going to flip this one out. He's looking to take it back at the red line of center ice, but U.S. flipping it right back into their attacking zone, where Cole Richard still moving and not on the bench just yet. He's still out there with his defenseman, Andy Benincasa. The new forward three out are going to be Colin Arth, Aiden Salmon, and Ryan Kiltz. A new look to a forward line. A bit surprised that head coach Matt Bartley decided to switch up the lines, but it's what he decided to go with. Of course, he's not messing with that first line of Moore, Mayhew, and Lenahan, but now we're seeing Arth acting as the center to Salmon and Kiltz for what seems to be the second line. Here's U.S. trying to skate it up from their neutral zone and taking the shot from out wide. That time it was number 7, Ethan Roberts, a senior on left wing. Cam Mayhew, first shift here today, throws a man off of him, and that, once again, that was Ethan Roberts trying to make the play. Here's Colin Arth taking it from outside of his own blue line, moving up past center ice and dumping it in to avoid the icing. 13:30 left to go in this first period. U.S. with it in the neutral zone, skating it up, just getting onside. Here's the freshman, Dylan Orsepke, sending it cross ice, finding Axel Schneider. Schneider working with Sebi Juan, also out as a forward, Lowell Rich. Bit of a smaller line, but it's a line that we're looking to see a lot of good shifts out of. Lowell Rich taking a big hit from the far side corner boards, and now we're getting a stick flying from the near side boards, as it looks like Axel Schneider's popped out of his hand. We're looking for a good physical game, and that's why typically when you see these two set to play each other in a tournament, they're never allowed to, because you need the special referees that know what this rivalry is going to look like, because it's going to be aggressive and it won't be pretty. Here from the far side boards, Lowell Rich tries to lay a hit on number 5, Carter Crow. Crow shoves him off and tries to take it back behind the net. U.S. trying to set up. Juan will take the centering pass, trying to poke it forward, taking a man down. Can McGinnis get there? Looks like he will, but he'll end up tripping up right in front of the crease. No penalty called, as the man in front just took him down. Now a couple of guys tumble, as that time it was number 21, Michael Hayek, taking Ryan Lenahan down a bit late. He's asking for a penalty, but I don't think he's going to get one. Bit of a late hit after the whistle. But again, the referees know what they're dealing with. They're not going to call things so easily. There are no Meadville referees. But keep in mind, there is a man down on the ice, and right now, it seems to be Teddy McGinnis. And right now, Trainer coming out for Shaker's side. 12:27 left to go in this first period of play. The men in stripes looking over McGinnis, making sure everything's all right, but now the trainer coming in to see what's happening. McGinnis faced an injury in their Brunswick Automart Arena tournament. I believe that was the one that they won, the Greg Shoup Memorial. And he was out for the remainder of said tournament, but now it looks like he could be out again. And typically this is how U.S. works. Again, when they played U.S. last year in U.S. territory, the Cleveland Heights Community Center, it was Cam Mayhew going down early. Only on his first couple of shifts, he went down, got a knee injury, and he had to get surgery over the offseason. So again, that's why we have him as the player to watch here today. 12:27 to go in the first period. McGinnis slow to get up. Eventually he will by himself. The trainer standing over him, assisting him, making sure he's all right, but now he'll skate on his own doing back to the bench, and hopefully he'll be all right. So already we're seeing the physicality play between teams, and right now Shaker playing even to U.S. The thing that you can't let happen is let U.S. get into this game in the first couple of minutes and pop one onto the scoreboard. Shaker playing them well. They have to play like they did against Sylvania Northview, like Olentangy Liberty, like Gilmore Academy, and they all know this is a team they can beat, and against the home crowd, or with the home crowd, they know that they can put on a show for these home fans. And for these seniors, they want to leave it all out. Because again, unless they see them in the OHSAA state tournament, this is going to be their last time against the Preppers. Here, the shot goes up and in. Oh my goodness, I thought that went in, but from the corner, they call it out. 12:05 left to go in this first period. Not sure how that just escaped going in, but it'll go all the way to the other side of the ice as U.S. cleared their own zone. 12 minutes to go now in the first period. Shaker taking it back. Mayhew flips it up into the opposite side corner. Not sure if that was a shot attempt or what, but it'll be wrapped around the boards. Mayhew and Moore fighting for it behind the net. Mayhew going to free it out to Lenahan. Lenahan trying to center it back to Mayhew. Mayhew pokes it to the blue line. Richard on the shot. Lenahan with a rebound chance, but it'll just go wide. 11:35 to go in the first period. 0-0 still your score. Shaker playing magnificent right now, getting more shots than their opponent. Here, Mayhew playing it aggressive at the red line, keeping it in his team's possession. 11:20 to go in this first. Benencasa's out there with Cole Richard, creating the first pairing of defense. Ryan Kiltz, Connor Mayhew, and Ryan Lenahan right now out on offense. 3 senior forwards. This one gloved up at first by Michael Better, then it's let back down onto the ice. This flip from Connor Mayhew. He was looking to Ryan Kiltz, it won't work. This shot tipped up, and it looks like it won't make its way through the traffic area. Secondary chance, rebound, and it's popped in off the backboards. It's the captain, number 7. Yes, indeed. It's number 7, Ethan Roberts, the senior at left wing. And he immediately goes to taunt the Red Raider student section and then moves to celebrate with his own. 10:51 left to go in the first period. So now the second line forwards come out in totality. Cam Mayhew and Braden White on defense. Arth drops in to take the face-off this time against Tyler Zyro. And Arth wins this one back, but here it goes right to number 19, Gavin Jones, taking a shot, but the save made by Michael Better. And again, Michael Better couldn't have done anything better on that. Just an unlucky bounce off the backboard. Behind his net. Unfortunate stuff early on. We're just over 4 minutes into this one. 10:46 to go in the first period. This time it's going to be Arth against Hayek. Taking it off the boards. Arth trying to scoop it out and send it out of his blue line. Nothing doing just yet. Around the boards. Arth is going to pick it up now. And he'll bank it off the boards that time, looking for Aiden Salmon. He didn't know it was coming his way, but Salmon going to get it back along the red line. And he'll dump this one in, avoiding the icing. From the near side corner boards of the attacking zone, White unable to keep this one in as they go on the attack. It's Hayek looking to center it himself. Now passes it over. The shot, the save made with the glove by Michael Better. Shot coming from Theo Trem. And we're going to get Michael Better chance coming from the Red Raider student section. And that's what Michael Better is going to need. He just needs a little bit of energy. He's had some tough games, but of late, he's had some phenomenal appearances in the crease. And again, when you're up against your big-time rival, imagine this is Ohio State and Michigan playing some hockey. That's what you're going to need. You're going to need all the momentum you can get. 10 minutes to go in the first period of play. Here from the near side boards, Cole Richard going to send this one forward, and it looks like we are going to have a penalty being assessed. And right now, some more physicality between Lowell Rich and number 19, Gavin Jones, and the captain heading to the box for 2. I suppose an alternate captain. Shouldn't give him too much credit, and you know the student section going to taunt him like there is no tomorrow. Less than 10 minutes to go in the first period. Shakers power play line number 1 is out. The trainer moving from the Shaker Heights bench all the way out. And it looks like he's heading to the locker room. Of course, he's not the man that's injured. But you'll wonder what he's going to look for. So Ryan Lenahan drops in to take the face-off. Looks like it's won by U.S. and immediately flipped out just under the stick of Joey Moore, trying to play a physical game along the U.S. bench. 3 Raiders against 2 preppers. Who's going to come out with it? Eventually, it is Shaker. And it's held by Joey Moore back along the Red Raider blue line. He'll give it off to his defense as they slow things down and try to get something set. Cole Richard taking it from blue line to blue line, looking for a shooting lane. He tries to deke around the last guy, but can't get a good shot away. Lenahan along the far side boards, taking a hit from behind. No penalty. This shot, pad save, rebound chance, and it'll go across the crease and wide. 9:20 to go in the first. 80 seconds left of penalty time. U.S. skating it out from their own zone. Cole Richard taking a man down. U.S. wanting a penalty, but they're not going to get one. Again, the refs know what they're dealing with. Lenahan skating it from behind Michael Better's net from blue line to blue line, and it's offsides. Not honestly a bad move, but offsides. So now they will send the second line of power play out. Shaker with some good looks, you can't lie, that they are competing really well against U.S. right now. It's 5-3 in the shots on goal total to the favor of U.S. That's nothing crazy like how it was last year. Here, Braden White in a physical battle against Sam Robinson, a senior at right wing. Senior against senior. Shaker's going to take it out with extra numbers. They're still on the power play for the next 50 seconds. Here, a shot from entering in at the blue line. Cam Mayhew decided to rip it, but U.S. immediately takes it, clears it down the far side boards. Michael Better going to wrap this one around the boards, leaving it to Cam Mayhew, who almost whiffs on this one, but he will just have enough energy on it to get it to Braden White. This pass not going to work. Great work by Sebi Huang to get the stick lift. It was going to be a big-time, one-time shot from the red line, but Sebi Huang just swooped in and saved the day on the shot. So now, from the near side corner boards, it's Colin Arth taking it out from his own zone, skating it forward. He scored last year against U.S., taking the shot. He was looking for it again. Lolarich just unable to get it from the attacking zone. It'll escape to the neutral. Juan with a shot as he's thrown into the near side boards. Shaker still on the attack, but the penalty is killed as U.S. sends this down. It's going to be an icing as Gavin Jones rejoins the play. 7:50 to go in this first period of play. 1-0, the current score. University School leading right now. Face-off to be taken by Lenahan. Mayhew and Moore out on offense as well. Defense right now, first line of Richard and Benincasa. U.S. taking it out from their own zone to the near side boards. Mayhew battling to get that puck back. And this one flipped right on to Cole Richard. The play is given up, but Better slaps the leather down, steals it away from the forward, and keeps this a one-goal game. 1-0, U.S. leading, 7:36 to go in the first. Face-off, Corcoran against Lenahan. Corcoran on a tie-up at first. Cole Richard coming in, taking the puck away, getting it out to Benincasa. Benincasa up along the far side boards, beginning a rush, trying to poke it up to Connor Mayhew, sends it in off the backhand. U.S. immediately gets it back out. Here's Corcoran to the near side, thrown off the play at first by Cole Richard, but he'll get right back to it along the near side corner boards. Lenahan, Moore, and Mayhew still out on offense, but right now they've got to lock up on defense first. U.S. trying to set something up right now as they get it out to the point. This time it's with Barlow. It's wrapped back around to Cole Richard as they couldn't make the pass connect to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew just not able to get around the prepper along the far side boards. Here's the shot. It'll be flipped up and over the net, and it's back to the point. Here's another secondary shot that'll be saved, and the puck flies into the near side corner boards. Cole Richard, the sophomore, with it, splitting the two forwards and taking it out. Here he comes. It's a 3-on-2 had they hurried, but instead they're going to go off, play it conservative, take a couple of changes. 6.5 to go in the first period. U.S. trying to set something up once again. Kiltz, and the last time Shaker played U.S. was the lone goal scorer in the 8-1 U.S. win for the OHSAA Kent District. This shot blocked. It'll go to the near side boards. Picked right back up by the Preppers. Off the backhand, they'll dump it into the corner, where Cam Mayhew takes it, tries to clear it out. There, Aiden Salmon tried to clear it out from his zone, and surprisingly, no penalty for interference as Aiden Salmon was taken down for absolutely no reason at all, but we're not going to get the penalty. 6:07 to go in this first period of play. Lola Rich out with Salmon and Kiltz. So we're back to that line that we saw in Meadville, Pennsylvania. Again, Shaker going 2-1-1 in the tournament. Aiden Salmon out here on this line, getting his first goal on the season. There, a stick save by Michael Better. Bit of a late reaction, but he got there in time, and that's what matters. Flipping this one up, trying to find Ryan Kiltz. Oh, great pass, honestly, but just able to get there was a stick of a prepper. 5:45 left to go in this first period. U.S. hanging on in their own zone, trying to slow things down as Shaker has a solid amount of momentum with him. U.S. with a cross-ice feed, toe drag, right around Ryan Kiltz looking for the shot. It'll be blocked by the leg of Braden White. Good work from one side of the ice to the other was Brandon Edmonds, a freshman. Here's a shot from the point. No, he holds on. Here's Edmonds again taking the shot, holding on as Lowell Rich glided right past him trying to block the shot. He's got a lot of blocked shots. He's one of the players that you can rely on to put his body on the line. And right there, he was going to try again. Around and out of the Shaker Heights zone. 5 minutes left to go in the first period. U.S. with a solid amount of setup time in the Shaker defensive zone. Shaker cannot only rely on their first line of forwards. They got to get stuff going, and right now it's Colin Arth, who again hopefully has some momentum after scoring against U.S. last year. But now U.S. on the attack. It's a 2-on-2 using his speed, working around Cole Richard, and the shot, it looks like it might have gotten a bit of Michael Better. Juan trying to take this one forward with Axel Schneider, can't make the play. And now this is going to be offsides. Shaker needs to touch up. Still delayed offsides. Arth needs to come back along in the neutral zone, and eventually Shaker will, but U.S. has it moving the other way, where Benincasa takes it down from the neutral zone. There, pass right off the skate of Richard. Richard to Schneider. Schneider dumps it back in to their attacking zone as the first line forwards will be making their way out. Schneider, the last guy. Lenahan centering it over. Charlie's trying to make something happen, but it'll hit the stick of the goaltender. Their shot from AU went wide. 4 minutes to go in the first. Not a half bad performance from Shaker so far. Cole Richard sending this one around the boards into the near side corner boards. Though U.S. looks like they might get it back. Good work by Joey Moore playing the physical battle to keep it inside of the blue line for the moment. But as it's kept in, this one's turned over. Lenahan with the shot. It went wide. 3:40 to go in the first. Here a chance. It'll be used by the stick of Hayden Halverson. Sent up and into the netting. Shaker with a bit of momentum now, with 3:35 to go in the first. Good stuff. Salmon, Kiltz, Rich back out as forwards. Defense, Cam Mayu, Braden White. University School up by a goal. Shaker trying to even it up before heading to the locker room for the first intermission. And this one looks like it might go to Ethan Roberts first, but regardless, it's going to be an icing whether or not he won the race. Again, that's just how high school hockey works. You might win the race to the puck, but it just doesn't matter. Now immediately switching the forward lines, it's Arth, Schneider, and Juan. Again, a bit of a smaller line, but they've got the speed, especially with that guy, Sebi Juan, over there on the left wing. Here, U.S. going to clear it out immediately, and it's with the goal scorer, Ethan Roberts. He was looking for an assist this time as he drops it back in the shot taken by Lamb, though he whiffed on it. Shaker gets it back and tries to clear it, takes up an awkward bounce once again. The shot goes wide. Behind the net, trying to take it back was Colin Arth. Now behind the net, U.S. frees it out to the point. Back around to the corner. Good work right now by Cam Mayu to keep it away. Here, Ethan Roberts back out in front, and that is just a phenomenal play that you sometimes just can't beat. A pass in front to David Lamb, the sophomore, and U.S. doubles that lead. It's 2-0. Three minutes left in this first period of play. And that's just something that you got to tip your cap to. That's just phenomenal awareness as a team. And now Shaker taking it off the faceoff. Benincasa throwing Sam Robinson down off the faceoff. Again, Shaker needing to play a physical game, and maybe that's just what they need to beat this University School team. They're not a whole lot of physicality just yet. Maybe that's something that'll come as more time expires into this game. 2-0, U.S. leading on Shaker Heights. Cole Richards sent it cross ice. U.S. with a lot more speed, though. Lenahan going to get there first. Good work. But can he win the battle for the puck? No, he can't. U.S. trying to send it out to Gavin Jones, the man who took the penalty earlier, but Shaker sends it back out. Not sure what this will be. Maybe an offside? Or no, it'll be in the Shaker Heights zone. It looks like it might have tipped up into the bench. 2:27 to go in the first period. 2 goals the deficit and the advantage of the Preppers. Rich wins this faceoff back into the corner. And eventually it's going to be Cole Richards sending it back to Rich and over to Benincasa. Shaker just needing to clear it out of their zone, and they will. They can't seem to get it really going back in. Aiden Salmon trying to poke it out. Here's Cole Richard with a little bit of speed and quickness. Gets around number 21, Hayek. Try to take a rip at it, but instead it'll go very much wide. 2 minutes to go in the first. U.S. with it in the far side corner boards. Lowell try to take it back. He takes a huge hit into the boards, and it looks like he's going to draw his second penalty already. That'll always be a little bit helpful. Whether or not you pop some in, you're giving your Red Raiders a chance to make something happen. And this time heading to the box, it's going to be number 13. Number 13, Carson Barlow, a junior. And Shaker with 2 more minutes on the power play. Let's see what they can do. Poke up to the point, taking a man down at the blue line. Shockingly, no penalty on Shaker. The coach is arguing, please, penalty, but they're not going to get one. Cole Richard sends this in off the glass. Benincasa, the man in chase. Can he win it to the spot behind the net? Indeed, he is going to actually take it. And he's looking to free it back to someone who's in the open ice. Lenahan back up to the point. Benincasa back over to Lenahan. Lenahan trying to center it over to Joey Moore. Instead it'll go across the slot. And cleared by U.S. down the ice. Only 5 seconds will overlap in power play time and period length. 65 seconds left to go. Mayhew working his way in, taking the shot on the toe drag. Rebound given up for a second, but Halverson then covers up. He keeps it a 2-goal advantage for his Preppers. .62 seconds left to go in this first period. 68 seconds of power play. Won by U.S. Richard tried to keep it in, but instead he'll sacrifice possession to Joey Moore instead of keeping it in at the point. Here's Cole Richards sending it off the boards. Puck just went past Connor Mayhew. U.S. takes it on the backhand, dumps it right back out. Cole Richard going to get there first in a physical battle for the puck. He'll get it back. Richards skating it up the near side boards. You know, the last time Shaker beat U.S., they had to come back from a 2-goal advantage. Maybe that's the same case here. Looking for a chance on the shot. Cole Richard working his way in. Back skating. Into the slot. Here's Joey Moore on a hard blast. Richard looking for a second chance. Now he'll give it over to Mayhew. Mayhew's pass to Joey Moore. Picked up by U.S., sent down the ice. Mayhew going to get there first. Shaker going to go for a couple changes, but they got to be quick on the rush. 9 seconds left to go. Turned over to Ethan Roberts, but immediately whistle dead for offsides. 7 seconds to go in the first period. And here it's number 7 of the Red Raiders coming in to take the face-off just outside of the blue line. Right now, Shaker with 6 guys out, and eventually they're going to even it up at 5 against 4. Keep in mind, still on the power play are the Red Raiders. Lenahan to take the face-off. He's going to win this one forward, but just out of his reach as he sent it just into the neutral zone. So that will mean time has expired on this first period of play. Honestly, not half bad performance from Shaker Heights compared to last year. Shaker lost that one 8-2, 8-1, and 5-0 were your finals from last year. Shaker playing a much more even game. They may be down by 2, but this is a game that anyone in this rink knows that Shaker can get back in to this match. So 11 minutes put up on the clock, as it seems like that is going to be your time for the intermission. The Zamboni set to make its rounds for both intermissions. Don't worry, this is no Meadville tournament. And we will be back to it for the call of the second period. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum from Thornton Park. 2-0, University School leading. And welcome back to the J.M. Bartley Arena. Shaker Heights taking on University School, but right now they are down by 2 after the first frame of 15 minutes. But if we give you the stats, they're closer than it might have been over the last couple of years. Shaker just under shot attempts, they're losing at 16-15, and shots on goal, they're only down 11-8. Face-offs, they're only down 10-8. And so Shaker knows that they can come in and knows that they can compete against one of these greater teams in the state. U.S., of course, a team that has made back-to-back finals appearances for the state title, and Shaker understands that they can compete against whether it's a rival, whether it's one of the best in the state in Gilmore, Sylvania Northview, Olentangy, Liberty. They can have a game, and Shaker right now playing like they deserve to be here, and let's see if they can even things up out here in the second middle period. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call. Let's send you down to the ice. Shaker with 6 more seconds on the power play. "15 minutes up to the clock, symbolizing the start of period number 2. So 5-on-4 for 6 seconds. It's number 13, Carson Barlow, still in the box. After he made a big hit up high on Lowell Rich. First line forwards, first line defense back out as we begin the first period, or excuse me, the second period. 2-0, U.S. leads. Let's see what Shaker can do about it. They dump this one forward. Joey Moore wraps it around as number 13, Barlow, is free from the sin bin. But here it'll go back into the Shaker Heights zone. Giving chase is number 17, Sam Robinson. He's going to take this one back. Using the stick, Michael Better able to get it away from harm. And Shaker needs to get back on the attack. Right now they got to play 3 full periods. And let's see what they got. Here, a good pass out in front, using the backhand. Phenomenal save by Michael Better. Sprawling out to his right side, making a huge save as we begin the second period. And you could see it even from here, from your camera. You can see him moving from his left post to his right. Supermaning out to the puck and making the big-time play. 14:26 left in the second. Winning this faceoff back was Colin Arth, but immediately taking it was U.S. back. Freeing it out to the point, looking for a shot. Aiden Salmon closed it quickly. Back to the near side, defensive zone, corner boards. Here's the shot. Michael Better hugging that near side post, making it what seemed to be an easy save. And now it's flown up and into the netting. Can't get a whole lot of vision on those corner boards to the right side where your camera is currently trying to capture. Can't get a whole lot of a look to whether it be a face-off in that zone or whether it be a big hit in the corner. Sometimes you can't tell because the student section is standing up in totality. 14 minutes left to go in the second period. Shaker goes on the attack. Mayu skating it out. But it looks like there's an interference penalty. Lenahan shocked, but it looks like they're calling him to the box for 2. And yeah, crossing the arms. The referee shows interference. Again, we didn't see it. Benincasa argues it. So now Shaker with a big penalty to kill if they want to keep this a 2-goal game against one of the better teams in the state. Let's see what they can do. Joey Moore set to take the face-off. Connor Mayhews to his right side. Joey Moore tried to clear it right off the face-off. Gavin Jones controls it, sends it to the opposite point. Now cross-ice feed once more. Dropping down to his knee to try and block it was Benincasa, but the shot doesn't escape the stick. Right now, U.S. Ethan Roberts wraps it back around, finds number 16, Finn Bryant. Bryant back to the corner, almost intercepted by Joey Moore, but again, we get a cross-ice feed. Here's the shot, blocked by Benincasa, using his leg to get right in the lane. Cole Richards picking it up, trying to clear it away, but right to the stick of a prepper at the blue line. 30 seconds killed off on the penalty. Gavin Jones looking for a shot. He doesn't find one. Here another cross-ice feed. Benincasa drops down to try and block it. This shot going to escape past the stick of Finn Bryant and out into the U.S. zone. Here's Joey Moore on the attack. Shorthanded chance. The shot just saved by Hayden Halverson. Connor Mayhew getting it back. And he's going to skate it back into the neutral zone. And he's going to kill off some time. Maybe he's going to go for an attack once again. And it looks like he's going to. Here's the shot. Off the glove and off the post. Great opportunity, Mayhew, for a secondary chance, and he's held up behind the net. U.S. going to get it back. Here's a 3-on-2 rush the other way, held by Gavin Jones, taking the shot. Save made at first. Rebound give it up, but he covers for the face-off in his own zone. Good stuff from Shaker right now. Mayhew showing these fans that he is going to leave it out on the ice here today, knowing that he can make some big plays happen. Still 5-on-4 for the next 42 seconds as Lenahan is in the box for interference. U.S. winning this face-off. And up to the blue line, it's Langle. Shot blocked by Juan, trying to turn on the Jets and get to the puck first. But unfortunately, he's unable to control it. Now, along the U.S. blue line, Juan pressuring to try to keep it moving into the attacking zone. But U.S. back with it. Here's Mitch Langle. Langle skating it up into the blue line, trying to center it over to Zyro, but the pass just going to get out of his reach. 12-12 left to go in this second period of play. And into the near side attacking zone corner boards. Can't see a whole lot happening. A centering feed, but using the stick, Michael Better sends it away from his area. 3 seconds left to go. Now Lenahan free from the sin bin. Here's a pass out in front of the crease, and it'll escape the zone. Here's Lenahan, a one-on-one chance. Looking for the shot, but he'll whiff on it, and it'll go behind the net of Hayden Halverson. Arth battling for the possession, but it's taken by Sam Robinson, trying to clear it away. Aiden Salmon uses the body to get it back, but sends it weakly off the backhand. Aiden Halverson uses the stick, pokes it free, and back into the possession of his forwards. Lenahan goes cross-ice, finds Cam Mayhew off the boards. Mayhew up to Salmon. Salmon unable to keep it moving. And now this one going all the way on net to Michael Better, as it was number 14, Gabe Ewan, trying to make the play on Michael Better. Better just going to cover things up with 11:18 to go in the second. Head coach Matt Bartley keeping shifts short. Already out, Lowell Rich, Ryan Kiltz, Aiden Salmon on defense, first line once again. Lowell Rich, face-off, best part of his game. We'll see if he can do something here as he gets it back over to Cole Richards. Shaker with an opportunity to clear it out of their zone, but it'll go instead to Shaker's 16. It'll go to Finn Bryan, the 16 of the Preppers, and they're offsides on U.S. So face-off will be outside the Red Raider blue line. Two 2-0, University School leading over the Red Raiders. Here, face-off is Rich up against Edmonds. Rich going to win this back to his defenseman, Benincasa, who tries to clear it away. 14 against 14 in the battle for the puck possession, as it was Benincasa that time up against Ewan. But U.S. has it back in their own zone, going to try to get an attack going, though this is going to miss Ewan on the pass forward and immediately go for an icing on the Preppers. We'll see. Is Shaker going to send back out their first forward line? At first, the coaches say yes, then they hesitate, but now they're back. Lenahan looks like he's going to get set to take the draw. He's up against Tyler Zyro, 24 against 26 of the Red Raiders. Face-off sent by Zyro right into the forward, Joey Moore. Mayhew now with it. Gives it right back to Lenahan. Lenahan looking for a centering feed. Just takes the shot at it. It'll go up and out of play. But right back onto the ice, Joey Moore going to handle it, give it over to the referee. He'll handle it and get set for a face-off. From one face-off dot to the far side to the one to the near side, still right up against Hayden Halverson, the starting goaltender for the Preppers. Here U.S. trying to take it and clear it. Joey Moore and Benincasa set up along the point, but it'll still get through them both. Cole Richard off the boards, banks it down into the possession of Mitch Langle. Langle over to Cimarroni. Cimarroni intercepted by Connor Mayhew, trying to get it over to his forward Joey Moore, but instead turned over to the U.S. Let's see what they can do. 10-20 to go in the second, but immediately once again turned over as on the rush. Benincasa tries to get something going. Benincasa taking it on the backhand, leaves it to Lenahan. Not sure that was the purpose, but Lenahan trying to get it back, and he will. And here's the shot. Rebound given up at first, but good opportunity by Ryan Lenahan, making a good time play that time for the Red Raiders. 10:05 to go in this second period. Shaker, over the past couple of years, has played more timid against what is a bigger team, but Shaker today not shying away from hits, not making dumb decisions and frantic passes. Instead, they're making plays like they deserve to be here. Here's the shot on Michael Better. It'll be saved by Better. Maybe that didn't get through the traffic. Here's a 3-on-3 rush led by Colin Arth. Arth bumped off the play. Down to the ice he goes. But Sebi Juan getting it right back as he's taken down to the ice. Arth trying to get there as well. But it looks like the jerseys in black are going to skate it out of their zone and send it down. This should be an icing, and indeed it's going to be, with 9:32 left to go in the second period. University School up by 2 goals as Lowell Rich, Ryan Kiltz, Aiden Salmon are back out on offense. First line defensemen back out as well. Rich drops down to take the face-off. He tries to win it over to his winger, Ryan Kiltz, but instead it's handled by Ethan Roberts. Roberts on a rush with Lamb, but they're thrown off the puck. And Benincasa skates this one and immediately passes it over. Here's a shot that time by Kiltz, but the save made with the glove by Hayden Alverson. First line forwards. Looks like they're going to be making their way back. They're keeping the shifts short, but that means that the first line forward is going to be getting the same amount of rest, but it seems like they're going to be out there a lot more than they actually tend to be. Here, just saving it from the blue line, Joey Moore sent this one. It seemed to be going on net, but it hit a little bit of the traffic and went wide. Here, along the boards behind the net, Joey Moore tries to lay the body, can't get it going. Here's a pass out to Mayhew. Shot blocked, Benincasa with it. And here's another shot blocker save. Lenahan held up from behind the net. Pass right to the stick of Connor Mayhew. His pass cannot reach his man Joey Moore. But again, the Red Raiders with it, looking for another pass up to Connor Mayhew. U.S. clears it down to the possession of Cole Richard at the point. He's going to need to escape the zone to get possession. Benincasa now with it along the boards. Still kept inside of the zone. Benincasa looked for the pass over to Connor Mayhew. This is a good opportunity. Cam Mayhew needs to fly back in. Here, the shot is made, and the shot is scored. Michael Better was scared of the pass across the slot, it seemed, and wasn't playing the man with the puck. And that gave U.S. all the opportunity in the world. There was number 21, Michael Hayek, to extend that lead to 3 goals. Poor change from Shaker Heights, too. Cam Mayhew had to immediately bolt from his bench to try and get back to the play, but there was nothing he could do. Hayek was already far from being taken away from. Here, Juan using his speed, trying to move it forward, but immediately pickpocketed as this one sent in. Delayed offside. Schneider needs to get back to the neutral zone. And indeed he will as U.S. tries to get something going on the attack. Shaker knows that they can create a comeback. They were down to Olentangy Liberty, number 7 in the state right now. They were down 5-1 against them earlier in the season. Shaker here in a 3-goal deficit against number 8 in the state. Here's U.S. taking it from the near side, boards and up. But immediately kept at the point there. Bad turnover from Sebi. Juan allowed the shot from Gavin Jones to make its way to Michael Better, but he made the save with 7:47 to go in the second. Three 0 U.S. leading here at the J.M. Bartley Arena in Shaker Heights, Ohio. Ryan Lenahan to take this face-off up against Gavin Jones. In what seems to be the first line of forwards, Lenahan tries to move it out of the possession of Gavin Jones, but instead he'll get it back. to the near side. Shaker immediately clears it away. Sam Robinson to the far side boards where Cole Richard gets it back in his own zone. Wraps it around. Let's see what they can do. Cole Richard sends it back around. It looks like that might have ended up out of play, taking an awkward bounce. And indeed, they're going to need a new puck. 7:24 left to go in the second period. Now it's Lenahan up against Zyra. Or excuse me. Yeah, it will be Zyra. Lenahan trying to get it to Joey Moore. He overskated it. Rebound given up by Michael Better. But Shaker clears it away immediately for the icing. 7:16. Or excuse me, let an extra second hop off. 7:15 to go in the second. Shaker needing to mount a comeback, in the sooner the better, up against one of the best in the state. Again, they did it against number 7. They can do it against number 8. And especially in a big-time rivalry like this, we know that anything can happen. Here's Benincasa from the near side corner boards, trying to send it up to his forwards, kept in at the point. U.S. has control over it with 7 minutes to go, looking for a pass. Instead, it'll go cross crease. Here's Mitch Langle on the shot. Rebound is given up. They blew it dead, even though the puck was still loose. Looks like the net might have been out of position. No, just a premature whistle. And now, what's going on here? They call it a goal. The Shaker coaches don't have much idea what's going on. Benincasa and his fellow captains stand in as well, saying, hey, what's going on here? Now the referee's conversing along the scorer's table. Ethan Roberts going to join conversations as well. Now he's talking to Joey Moore as the referees try to get things situated. Not sure how that would have been ruled a goal so late as well. Again, you're not going to have replay review, so typically the way you originally call it is the way it goes. Haven't seen such a late change of mind from a referee. 6:54 to go in the second. Referee's still talking it over at the scorer's table. The fans also confused as all heck, wondering what's going on as well. Lenahan skating over to his own bench, trying to get some word from his teammates, and now it looks like the referees are going to go and converse to the coaches. Now they rule it no goal. So Shaker hasn't had a whole lot to be happy about, but now they're going to be loud as they celebrate the no goal of University School. And U.S. fans will get chants going themselves. Head coach Andy Jurow talking to the men in stripes. Don't think he's too pleased with the no-goal call, but regardless, we're going to play on as we get set for the face-off. It's Tyler Zyro up against Lenahan for puck possession. And this one's sent right over to Gavin Jones. He just misplayed it, and it's going to be Shaker back in the possession. Benincasa bumped off the play, but gives it over to Lenahan just in time. Now to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew flipping it over to the center. Benincasa looking for the tip, but not able to make good contact as it's wrapped around the boards. Who's going to get there first? It'll be Gavin Jones. Sending it up to Sam Robinson. Connor Mayhew on a great back check, using the stick to send the puck away. Here's a centering pass back with it. The shot goes wide. 6.5 left to go in the second period as it's back this time to Brian, who takes the rip at it, but another save made by the pad of Michael Better. Brian with another shot. This one's not going to get through the traffic as Joey Moore picking it up. Not able to really accelerate as Zyro is hugging him from behind. Here Lenahan dekes around one man, looks for the centering feed. to Mayu. Can't find his man. Mayu back with it right in front of the crease. But U.S. getting it back. It's Sam Robinson and Finn Bryan. Robinson back with the pass along the blue line. Now Mayu. Can they catch him on a bad change? Mayu taking the shot. Hayden Alverson sends it with the stick up and over the netting. And out of play. My goodness, 5:49 left to go in the second period. Shots on goal favoring U.S. 9-5 right now in the second period. But Shaker right now with a lot of momentum. Let's see if they can keep it going. Lowell Rich taking the face-off, winning it back. Cam Mayu takes the shot, looking 5-0. Looks like it got a little bit of the stick of Lowell Rich as well. Rich taking a hit from behind, no cross-check call. Ethan Roberts still with it. Taking the shot, hit by the blocker of Michael Better for the save. Lowell Rich now sending this one forward. Looked to be maybe tripped up, but the referees don't rule it as such. Here, Lowell Rich taken down once again. U.S. clears it out of their zone. This could be an icing. Are we going to get the whistle? No, they rule it off. 5:20 to go in the second. Along the boards, who's going to get it? Braden White sends it all the way down, and it'll be just wide of Halverson's net. And we are going to get an icing on the Red Raiders. Here we're going to get a different look of a line. Colin Arth with the wingers being Sebi Juan and Isaac Lazar on defense, just so head coach Matt Bartley keeps this in check in case anything goes wrong. He's still got Ben Nkasa and Richard out there to try and play it somewhat safe. Here a pass out in front. Good work by Colin Arth to take it away, but Arth has a man right behind him on the back check. What can Arth do? He'll just send it into the corner for Juan to pick up. Juan looking for a centering feed. Nobody set up in front of the crease. Here, it's with Bryant and number 14, Ewan. One of the lower lines of U.S., but let's see what they can do to try and extend this lead to 4, which they thought they had moments ago, but the goal called off. This time, it's Barlow trying to wrap it around. It's picked up by Richard at first as he frees it out to his co-sophomore, Colin Arth. Now 4.5 to go in the second period. This one just sent over from Sebi Juan. Just out of his reach. U.S. gets it back between the blue lines. Now Juan sends this one up. And will it be an icing? It looks like it will be, yes, indeed. 4:18 to go in the second period of play. 3-0, U.S. leading. Face off here going to be taken by Gavin Jones. He's up against the first line guys. Ryan Lenahan, the captain, hops in. Let's see what he'll do. He'll flip this one up. It's Zyro to try and take it. Now he's got a lane to shoot it. And that one looks like it rung off the iron maybe. If not, it just hit some traffic and went wide. From here, that's what it looked like. Here, back on the attack, Gavin Jones looking for a shooting lane, closes quickly, taking it away. Joey Moore making a rush happen. Looking for the pass. He'll center it over to Lenahan at first. But now Joey Moore back with it to the near side, attacking zone corner boards. Lenahan goes a no-look pass, nobody there. And here's going to be a pass up to Sam Robinson. A 2-on-1 if they hurry. Here's the shot. It goes wide. 3:43 to go in the second. We play on. Lenahan has it. Here's Zyro on a shooting chance right at the crest of Michael Better, and it'll go wide as he made the save. Here's another shot. Up into the netting it goes. New puck given over to the referee. He'll deliver it to the face-off man. (3-0), the current score between the University School Preppers and the Shaker Heights Red Raiders. The Red Raiders win it on the face-off and wrap it around the boards. 3.5 to go in the second period. This one flipped up just narrowly, missing the netting and kept in play. Ethan Roberts, however, going to take it from the red line. He's tripped up. Surprisingly, no penalty. Or, excuse me, yes, it will be a penalty. It's going to be ruled a tripping. Let's see who it's technically on. It's going to be one of the tougher defensemen to lose. It's going to be Cole Richard to the box for 2 on a tripping minor. So an opportunity for University School to extend the lead to 4 now. Moore and Lenahan, the 2 forwards now, taking the face off, winning it over to the near side. Joey Moore frees it up. He's going to get there first. Let's see if he can get a shorthanded attack. He'll take the shot at it, and it'll hit the outside of the net. And now pass back up. It's with the captain, Ethan Roberts. Roberts goes cross ice, finds his man Corcoran. Corcoran held up along the boards by Braden White. Moore's going to take it, wrap it around the boards. Can it clear out of the zone? No. Good hustle by Barlow to keep it in at the blue line. Trying to take the shot, but the lane closes quickly as the big body of Lenahan continues to block it as he does so once again that time. Here, passing to the center of the blue line, and that shot went wide. 2:40 left to go in the second period. 3-0, U.S. leading. Around the boards, can U.S. keep it in at the blue line? No, they cannot, as it'll go right now to Finn Bryan, number 16, skating his way from one side of the boards to the near side. Joey Moore falling down to the ice, creating the chance on the shot right in front and tipping it out in front, and it looks like U.S. extends that lead. Ethan Roberts, the captain on the goal. And Shaker now down 4-0. But again, Shaker's done it before. You never know. It's not exactly a likely situation to come back and try to win this one down by 4 in the late stages of the second. But we'll see. Face-off handled by Shaker, dumped all the way down. It should be an icing. No, they wave it off. So let's see if Shaker can try to get anything set up, though right now they call a penalty on that. My goodness, how do you call that a penalty in one of the rivalry games? That's one of the softer penalties I think we've ever seen, if not in one of the rivalry games. Maybe just because it was two guys hitting the same man along the boards, they called it a boarding, question mark, not exactly sure. 105 seconds left to go in this second period. Cross-ice feed goes over to Zyro, though picked up by Sam Robinson. Shaker just needs to handle the puck, and eventually they're going to, as they ruled it a roughing. My goodness. The other penalties have been perfectly legit. The tripping, of course, on Cole Richard, but that time calling Lowell Rich on a roughing. Not exactly sure how that one translated, but regardless, Shaker needing to kill off another 2 minutes. This time, however, they're going to get their favorite defenseman, Cole Richard, back into the play. Here, passing to the center. It's blocked. That time, the shot coming from Michael Hayek, a guy who's already gotten a goal here today. Here, up to the blue line. Sam Robinson getting it back to the corner for Tyler Zyro. Zyro back Robinson. Robinson decides to pass it once again. 80 seconds to go in this second period. Back over to Robinson. He's got the shooting lane. He'll take the rip at it. Rebound chances given up, but now it's handled by Richard. He'll dump this one on net to Hayden Alverson. Behind the net, Mitch Langle going to handle it and send it up. Taking the hit onto him was Ryan Lenahan as the pass up to Carson Barlow. Well, we'll reach the forward still. 50 seconds to go in the second period. Here up to the blue line. Sam Robinson handles. Passing it back, and it'll hit off of the stick of Connor Mayhew and out. Gavin Jones hangs on for the moment. He's pressured right now by Connor Mayhew, who will keep the puck inside of the attacking zone. U.S. almost playing some keep away right now, but now they're back on the rush. As they send this one forward, Benincasa, the first man there behind the net. He tries to dump it out, but instead held up at the point by one of the defensemen. Now here's an opportunity for number 13, Carson Barlow. This one popped in by Ethan Roberts. What a shot. 5-0 goes your score. U.S. now leads by 5. Shaker at least now trying to make the game a little closer. You're not going to get it all back at once. You got to take it step by step. But now 2 back-to-back power play goals. Looking to extend that lead now to 6, but they've got 3 goals here in the second period. Here up to the point. U.S. still setting up in the attacking zone. Shaker will get it back, holding it up and letting time expire from this second period. Not a pretty period if you are a Shaker Heights fan. 2 power play goals let in, and the lead extended from 2 to 3 in only a matter of 15 minutes. Shaker down 5-0 after 30 minutes. We'll see what they can do in the final 15 if they can try to at least make this one a little bit closer. You never know. Stranger things have happened. But we've still got we've still got 15 minutes to go. The offense can get cooking. U.S. can maybe lose their footing. We'll see what happens in the final moments. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum on the call from Thornton Park in Shaker Heights, Ohio. We will be back for the call of the final 15. It's Shaker down by 5 against the University School Preppers. And we are back for the start of the third and final period between the University School Preppers and your Shaker Heights Red Raiders. Shaker down by 5 goals in total, 5-0. The current score, and last year that was the closest final that there was between University School and Shaker Heights. It was 5-0 right here at Thornton Park. University School trying to repeat that kind of success against the Red Raider home crowd. But right now, they're winning in all the stats. Shots attempted, 38-27. Shots on goal, 24-6. They have really extended their lead in all of these stats, except for face-off, where Shaker kept it even at 11-11 for the second period, but they're still down 21-19 in the face-off total. The U.S. on the power play has been very, very efficient. They have gone 2 for 3 in their 3-man advantage chances. Shaker, not so lucky, of course. They've got 0 goals. They've had 2 power play chances. They're 0 for 2, therefore, on the power play. But both teams back out. University School back in their black jerseys. Shaker in their white and red home look. We're going to send you down to the ice as we get things set for the start of the third period. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Let's get you down. "15 minutes up on the clock, symbolizing the start of the third period. Again, 5-0 your score between the Preppers and the Raiders. And right now it looks like we're going to get a different look of a first line, as it's Connor Mayhew, Colin Arth, Sebi Juan out right now as forwards. On defense, it's Cole Richard and Andy Benincasa. "15 minutes will now go. When the referee drops the puck, he's telling some of the wingers to back up. Now they will. Arth wins the faceoff back to Benincasa, who immediately has it stolen away. Delayed offsides. They're going to move it in anyway, as Gavin Jones had no awareness of where the puck was at that point in time. He thought they were skating it up with him, but he was completely tied up in front of the blue line. 14:54 left in the third. 5-0 U.S. leading. Arth wins the faceoff back once again. Richard dumps it in all the way to the U.S. zone. It's going to be an icing immediately following the faceoff. Shaker without a lot of momentum now, as they are down by 5. So now they're going to look for some sort of bounce back goal, specifically from some of their playmakers. And Connor Mayhew, maybe Ryan Lenahan or Joey Moore as well. Face-off taken over by Arth once again, as he'll win this over to the defenseman Cole Richard. Richard trying to send it up to Mayhew, just out of his reach. U.S. takes it back, goes defenseman to defenseman, and tries to send it into the zone, and that they will. Off the backhand, Gavin Jones. But now here's Colin. Oh, the other way, for a second. But immediately the play goes awry. U.S. back with it the other way. 14-15. They go in the third and final period. The pass, or maybe the shot, will go wide. And Colin Arth is going to take it. And off of the stick of Connor Mayhew. He's trying to get a rush going the other way. But a good move by Finn Bryan takes the puck away. And now he's on his own rush as the rest of his team gets some changes. Flipped over. Sam Robinson looking to drag it around Cole Richard, but the defenseman says no and banks it off the boards, trying to get it to Salmon to clear the zone. He's unable to. Richard takes it back, clears it right to the stick of Finn Bryan, who's back. And now he's going to hop off for a change, as it's taken over by Benincasa. Benincasa right now out with Ryan Lenahan, Aiden Salmon, and Joey Moore, the forwards. Braden White now coming in on defense as well. Here's Benincasa looking for the shot, laying down to make the stop was Ethan Roberts. There, a pass from Roberts to try and get it back over to his forward and create a breakaway chance. The man up front was David Lamb, the intended target of the pass. But yeah, good work by Benincasa. U.S. sends this one down. It's going to be an icing on University School with 13:12 to go in the game. Lowell Rich wins this back to the point. The shot goes wide. U.S. going to try to take it over, and indeed they're going to. The alternate captain, Mitch Langle, pickpocketed by the other defenseman, Braden White, out on the ice. He'll take the shot. It'll be sent wide. Right now, Shaker starting some chance, trying to get Shaker back into this game. Braden White hit by the elbow, sent into the boards. No penalty ruled. But Lowell Rich is going to pick it up at the red line of center ice and dump it in on net. Save made with the glove of Aiden Alverson. Here's Braden White on the shot. Shot goes wide. Ryan Kiltz now trying to create the offensive zone turnover. Won't do as we get a cross-ice feed. All the way up to number 4, David Lamb. Lamb trying to escape from Braden White's reach. Lowell Rich also takes a tumble as he trips over the man. Here's Ryan Kiltz. Again, he had a goal the last time Shaker met U.S., but this time he's just going to dump it into the opposite corner of the attacking zone while the remainder of his team gets some changes. Juan out there right now with Arth and Kiltz. 12:15 remaining. Here, Kiltz creating the turnover in the blue line of the U.S. zone. Arth was the player. Arth taking the tumble. Connor Mayhew now out as he rejoins what is a new forward line. Here's a shot that time from Hayek. And there he throws a big hit on Cole Richard behind the net, but Richard right back into the play. Here a pass goes off the bucket of number 13, Carson Barlow. It's a 2-on-0. Arth's pass right off of the stick of Connor Mayhew. Great opportunity, but Shaker unable to keep the passes connecting when it mattered most to try and pop one in. Here to the far side, the near side. Corner boards. Here's a shot from Cole Richard. Kept low. Easy kick save, it seemed, from Hayden Alverson as there was nothing obstructing the view. U.S.'s number 6, Patrick Corcoran, wraps it around the boards. First man there, Benincasa. Benincasa to his co-defenseman, the sophomore, Cole Richard, going to get it back as it took an awkward bounce, and now immediately turned over, number 11, but Brian unable to bury that one home. Good stuff by Michael Better, keeping this one 5-0 instead of 6-0. Here Lenahan trying to lay the body behind the net of Halverson. Now Joey Moore swoops in, making a physical play along the far side boards as well. But once again, U.S. with some great plays, getting the puck back in this shot. Save made by Better at first. Now it's freed up into the far side corner. This time it's with number 11, Graham Bryant, the guy who almost had a goal moments ago. Joey Moore skating it to the near side, turning on the Jets, creating something as he sends this one on net from the red line. He's out with Aiden Salmon and Ryan Lenahan. Again, a different forward look than we're used to. Matt Bartley just trying to switch things up for the final moments of the game, knowing this one very well might be out of hand, or maybe having the mentality, let's try to get back into this one when what we have isn't working. Here's a great chance. Tyler Zyro with the shot. Good job by Ryan Lenahan to get his stick back into the lane just in time to send it up and over the netting. Here, Joey Moore behind the net. Gonna send this one right to Tyler Zyro. That was definitely offsides, no call. Here's Lenahan. He's up against 2 defensemen, unable to keep him moving forward. 4-5-on-2 rush. Here's the shot. Save made at first. It's still loose out in front of the crease, but Joey Moore picks it up. Here's a rush the other way. Lenahan moving his way forward. He sends it back. He's looking for Kiltz, but the 3-on-2 goes nowhere. At first, it was a 3-on-1, but a man came back into the play. Now here's a 2-on-1 the other way. Pass over to Robinson, and he's able to bury it home. Robinson extends the lead to 6. And they're going to celebrate right in front of the Red Raider bench. A little bit surprising. Not exactly the most sportsmanlike thing, but they're going to be first in line to the fist bumps. It's Sam Robinson who leads them. 9.5 to go in the third period. Winning this face-off. He was trying to get it to his defenseman Cole Richard, but instead it'll be picked up by Lamb of U.S., banked off the boards. Axel Schneider going to try to take it, but immediately moved over by number 12, Kai Jenkins, a freshman on defense. 9 minutes to go in this third period of play. Some of the fans beginning to make their way out. We saw even at the intermission that there were some fans making their way. But you know, none of them were seniors, as they know that this is their last time seeing the rivalry, and they're going to fight for the Red Raiders till the very final buzzer. Axel Schneider trying to create an opportunity. He'll poke this one up as he gets his teammate some changes, as now he's going to hop off himself. Coming on is Connor Mayu. Seems like the line going to be making its way out is the Arthwan Mayu line. That, again, different look than what we're used to. Here, Mayu taking a tumble into the far side corner boards. Again, he faced injury in his last game of last season. Lowell Rich and Carter Crow having a couple of pushes and shoves after the whistle. Crow going to remain out. Rich hopping off to the bench as Arth comes on. It's Arthwan Mayu indeed. On defense, Cam Mayu, Braden White. And now running clock comes into play. Here's a flip off the backhand. Secondary chance flipped up into the air. Picked up by Juan. Juan clears it out of the zone. Down the ice. Right into the possession of number 13, Carson Barlow. Back over, Colin Arth. And further back, deep into the zone, Braden White. But back to U.S. A lot of back and forth of possession. That one hit the shaft of the stick and goes wide, wrapped around the boards. Here it's going to be with U.S. trying to get an attack going up against Cam Mayu for the battle of possession. Now 2 Raiders, 2 Preppers for the battle. Now trying to center this one over. Good work. That time by Cam Mayu getting his stick interrupting the play. And now here's Sebi Juan on a chance the other way. He's going to take the shot, blocked by number 13, Carson Barlow, on taking a rough hit into the backboards as well. U.S. back with possession. Pass right to the stick of Colin Arth. Now Arth with a shot chance, but once again, number 13, Carson Barlow, able to get the back check to his advantage once more. Less than 7 minutes to go in the third and final period. U.S. sends this one down the ice. It's going to be an icing on the Preppers, but clock will continue to roll. 6-goal deficit means running clock. That's what we've got. Of course, a 10-goal deficit means the game's over. Lenahan taking the face off, trying to take the shot right off the rip, but instead he's tripped up, but of course no call, as it was just his own doing. Here's Mitch Langle, the defenseman, on the rush forward, pickpocketed by Cole Richard and Aiden Salmon, getting there just in time to send it away. 6:10 to go in the third and final period. Cole Richard hangs on behind the net, sends it up. Aiden Salmon was the intended target, but instead kept at the point by Langle. Langle wraps it around, looking for 14, Gabe Ewan. Sent away. It's Joey Moore. This one's sent up. The icing should be waved off as it went off of a stick of a Prepper, and indeed that's going to be the case. Aiden Salmon back on the near side boards, battling for the possession up against a couple of Preppers. He'll win it over to Lenahan. Lenahan behind the net, looking for a man to pass it to. But the pass immediately interrupted by Hayden Halverson, who hangs on and gets the face-off in his own zone. Clock continues to tick, tick, tick. It's going to be Ian Schneiberg, Max Brokaw, Isaac Lazar, creating a fourth-line forward line. On defense, White and Mayhew remain. U.S. taking it off the face-off. Going to try to get something going and extend the lead to 7. 5 minutes to go. This save made as Michael Better needs to stand up to swat it out of the air. Ian Schneiberg sends it cross ice. Honestly, a good pass from Schneiberg. And Isaac Lazar tripped up on his own doing. We're going to be seeing Isaac Lazar tomorrow, the freshman in the JV game against Menor. 9 o'clock will be your game time. Tomorrow we're going to be calling our 1 JV game of the season, Shaker Heights versus Menor. Apparently, so far throughout the season, they've got some history between them, a lot of physical play between Menor and Shaker, and we'll see what the JV squad can prove. I'm told the JV squad is incredibly fun to watch. These youthsters making a name for themselves already, even if they're freshmen like Max Brokaw and Isaac Lazar. They're obviously doing something right if they're making some shifts happen here on the big rivalry game, Shaker versus U.S. Shaker, however, still losing by 6. U.S. taking it out from their own zone. Moving it up, Axel Schneider going to stop the rush for a moment. It's halted, but as the puck was stopped an open ice along the U.S. bench. U.S. going to try to get it back, though Shaker immediately clears it out to Ryan Kiltz, who tries to begin a rush. Taking it, Axel Schneider right back. He can't continue the motion up. 3:40 left to go in the third period. U.S. moving it. Here it's David Lamb. Held up along the boards. Lolrich takes it away. That pass right to Mitch Langle. But that pass right to Elliot Hanna. Elliot Hanna getting his first defensive shift of the night. He's taken down to the ice. He's out with Dylan Orsepke, making the defensive pairing of what seems to be your typical third line of defense. This cross-ice feed will go to the stick of Lolrich, swatting it away from harm. Now Kiltz gets it up to Moore. Here's a good opportunity, but he's a little bit held up to the corner boards. Pass up to Ryan Kiltz, unable to get the good shot away, as it'll be caught on the ice. Just a bit of a whiff. Now Michael Better hangs on in his own zone as that pass goes awry. The intended target, Brandon Edmonds, one of the freshman forwards. Off the draw, Benincasa trying to win it forward, or I suppose trying to move it forward after it's already won. Now this one's sent up. The forwards now, Eamon Fury, Joey Moore, Ryan Lenahan. Kept in at the point, Benincasa. Benincasa trying to send it back around, unable to do just that. And now it's a one-on-one. Cole Richard up against number 21, Michael Hayek that time, but Hayek dropped it back to the point where it was immediately taken back for the Red Raider possession. Kept in at the point for the moment. Eamon Fury trying to make a physical play happen along his Red Raider point. Michael Better leaving this one to the defenseman Andy Benincasa. 110 seconds left to go in this game. Ryan Lenahan taking it to the far side boards, met immediately by Carson Barlow, number 13. Here's a 2-on-1 developing. Can U.S. get another one? No, cross-ice feed goes right to Lenahan. Lenahan's got his man open. Cross-ice, he finds Joey Moore. Moore taking the rip at it, but blocked by Mitch Langle in the lane. U.S. back to it, to the far side. David Lamb. Lamb bumped off the play. Good physical effort by Cam Mayu, though he flips it right up and into the netting. 80 seconds left to go. The clock continuing to roll. With the rolling clock created by US's big goal differential. 6-0 is your score. Lolrich to take this face-off up against Hayek. He's winning it over to his defenseman Cam Mayu and eventually cleared away. Can Kiltz get to the puck first? He cannot. Again, good physical effort. Zach Cimarroni that time on the play. The junior making it happen and wrapping it around the boards for U.S. to clear. This one's going to be out of reach of the intended target, Brandon Emmons. And U.S. starting to make some very cocky chants. Lolrich to take the draw with Ryan Kiltz and Connor Mayhew on the wings. Rich going to take it, thrown down to the ice. 15 seconds to go. Connor Mayhew trying to make the physical play. Puck sent up and into the netting. 10 seconds to go. Will they try to get a final puck drop? It looks like no, as that's just going to end it. Shaker loses this one by another large margin to U.S. University School taking another big-time dub against your Red Raiders of Shaker Heights. That's gonna do it. We are gonna get some handshakes, as physical as the game will always be between the Red Raiders and the Preppers. We're going to get the handshake line. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum, and on the call after 45 minutes, it's clear that U.S. deserved to win this game, and the stats are going to prove that. Shots on goal, 31-16. Face-offs, however, a much smaller deficit, 25-24. Again, that's been one of Shaker's best parts of their game over the past couple of games. We saw it in the Meadville tournament. They weren't winning shots on goal, but they were winning the faceoffs. Here they couldn't win it, but they were still able to make that a much more competitive stat. Though on the power play, U.S. was still able to tack on a third of their goals on the man advantage. They got 2 of 3 of their chances, 2 goals on the power play coming from the second period, which helped extend that lead from 2-0 to 5-0. Then here in the third period, extending it to 6-0. On the shots attempted, U.S. flung the puck a lot at the net. 17 times it missed, but again, 31 shots on goal. They were able to hit plenty of times, and they had a lot of good puck awareness here today. We saw it only on the second goal of the Preppers when they were able to make the backhand feed backdoor. They were able to get that goal right to, I believe it was David Lamb, who was able to pop that one right in behind Michael Better, and there was just nothing he was able to do about it in the last second. Thank you very much for tuning in. Von Ullum on the call. We were going to see you tomorrow, as it's going to be Shaker Heights versus Menor. Once again in hockey, it'll be right here at the J.M. Bartley Arena. It's going to be Shaker versus Menor JV tomorrow. Then after that on Sunday, it's going to be Shaker Heights versus Holy Name. We're going to be back with the Varsity action in the Great Lakes Hockey League. Thank you very much for tuning in. Von Ullum with you here from Thornton Park. Shaker losing this one 6-0. 8 straight wins here in the rivalry for University School.